Once upon a time, there lived a girl called Ada. Ada was very close to Chinelo, and in their village, Ada's village, there's this law that a woman would not have a carnal knowledge or carnal knowledge of a man, neither will a man have carnal knowledge of a woman before they get married. Because Chinelo was her friend and Chinelo was not having it, and in her place, they may not have such rules. But because of the way Ada was being respected, Chinelo became jealous, but Ada did not know. So each time Ada had anything to discuss, she called Chinelo, discussed with her, told her all her plans, and Chinelo was just not happy. But Ada did not know. Ada took Chinelo as her friend, but Chinelo did not take Ada as a friend. She saw Ada as a competition. So this went on until one day they went to the stream to get water, because right now Chinelo was staying in Ada's village. Remember that Chinelo comes from a different community from Ada. In Ada's community, every young girl's desire and the rule of the community is that you do not sleep with a man before you get married to the man. So Chinelo was not happy with, as at that time nobody knew if Chinelo was already disvirgined or if she was still a virgin. Nobody knew, but she was not just happy that Ada was still a virgin. So it went on and on. One day, Ada visited Chinelo, and Chinelo had to set a trap for Ada. And the trap was that some boys were going to have the carnal knowledge of Ada. But when Ada came in and greeted everybody, did she notice that their countenance had changed? And Ada quickly told Chinelo that she was coming, that she wants to go for an errand, that she'll be back. But on reaching the road, somebody saw her and mentioned something that looked as though as though her instincts were right. So Ada moved and got home. Chinelo became very furious and wondering why Ada would just leave like that. I think that is why we should always listen to our instincts whenever we go to a place and we don't understand the environment. We should listen to our instincts so that we don't put ourselves into trouble. So that plan did not work for Chinelo. So Ada was always coming to Chinelo to tell her everything that happens in her life. And when Chinelo eventually heard that Ada was seeing someone, because it was okay in their village, in Ada's village, for a young girl to be seeing a man. But what is wrong is when the man takes advantage of you, or when the woman, because sometimes women also take advantage of men. It's not just always men, but it's just that for the men folks is usually more. But Ada now confided in Chinelo and said that she's seen a guy, and then Chinelo began to find out who the guy was, and it happened that the guy is Emeka. Emeka used to be Chinelo's brother's friend. So when she said she was excited, meanwhile she wasn't really excited, because she just wanted to know who the boy is so that she would go peddling rumors about Ada. So Ada innocently opened up to her, and it happened to be the same Emeka she knew about, or she knew before that time. So Ada told her everything, that Emeka is a nice guy, that Emeka is not going to do anything with her until they get married, if it leads to marriage. Ada became very mad at this thing she had said. And so why would Emeka be saying that he wants to even marry her? Why is the marriage even coming into the picture? So Chinelo kept on and on getting offended each time Ada talked about this whole thing. So one day, Ada now to ask Chinelo, why is it that each time I told you anything good about I and Emeka, you don't look happy? Or rather, you seem happy, but your countenance does not match with what you are saying. And Chinelo told Ada no, everything was fine, and that was it. So one day, Ada was passing by the village square. At this time, a lot of people have heard about Ada's relationship with Emeka, but some people were happy knowing the kind of village Ada comes from, that nothing is going to happen. She will remain celibate until she gets married. But some other people who were not from Ada's village were not happy. So Chinelo became very angry. She still went back to those boys and planned. This time they wanted to have Chinelo or nothing. So Chinelo, being that she already knows that Emeka is aware that Ada is a virgin, so Chinelo now planned with those boys, 5 different boys, to put this herb. There's this herb they use in making drugs. I think it's marijuana they call it. They are leaves, they are vegetables, but if you put it in food, if the person is not strong, he will not be able to take it. So they poured that into the food Ada was to eat. And when Ada came in, tasted the food, she came to see Chinelo, and Chinelo served her the food. So she asked Chinelo why Chinelo is not eating. Chinelo said no, that she had eaten her own, that was for Ada. Ada did not know that they had put that particular vegetable in that food. So she ate, and while she ate, those boys took advantage of her. Now, when they took advantage of her, Ada left without knowing what had happened to her. On getting to the house, she noticed some things happening to her underwear, but it didn't click because she never knew, she has never done it, so she didn't know. Months later, Ada started, feeling sick, and only for them to discover that she didn't see her period again, and that was when the mockery started. The same Chinelo began to carry boys to chant, singing songs like Ada, of all the pride and all the things they have been saying, praising her for being a good girl, being celibate. So she has been sleeping around and all of that. And they said all these things. She said she doesn't know what they are talking about. They say, but her tummy is growing. And that was how her tummy kept growing and growing. So Emeka now came to visit when he heard the rumor and asked Ada. Ada says she's not pregnant because she has never slept with a man. So one day, one of the village chief priests was passing when he heard somebody say these things to Ada. And then he decided to tell Ada, come, go to Chinelo, ask her what she did to you the night you visited or the day you visited her. And then Chinelo thought that Ada had known the truth. She now started confessing. Because when the village chief priest told her, she didn't tell her to say anything. Just said, ask her, what did you do to me on the night I visited? And that was how Chinelo started confessing, and that was how they summoned all the people who were involved in this matter to the king of the village, and then they had to banish them. Chinelo and the 4 boys, they had to banish them from that place and trust Emeka. Emeka took responsibility of the baby, and they got married, and it was a very big ceremony. And Emeka ensured that he got married to Ada while she was still pregnant before she gave birth. Thank you for watching.